Let's get it.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us here on CBS News Chicago. Now to more breaking news locally now. A New Year's Eve party in Kankakee became the scene of a mass shooting. Police say 2 brothers were killed and 5 others were hurt. Our Sarah Maki is talking with witnesses who were there.
Dang, and I'm hearing those 2 brothers. One of them is rapper, what's his name? One Way Queso. Yeah, One Way Queso. It's horrible. 22-year-old man from Chicago, was a drill rapper. Just hear it.
They tell me that there were people everywhere. One of those witnesses tells me that she was holding one of the victims when he died. Police say that when they pulled up to this scene, there were still people running out of the house. They were in the area because they had tried to break up this house party just about 45 minutes before the shooting started.
And for me, that's a huge sign. There's just a whole rack of people at a house. Nah, partying, drugs, alcohol. Nah, I'm up out of there. Gotta move differently than that. Nah, harder to hit than that.
Well, gunshot victims, 1845, Pearson Parkway.
Everybody looked like they was dancing and having a good time, and then gunshots just rang out.
Just like that. That's how it happened. You dancing, you having a good time, and then you feel like you fighting for your life, because you be fighting for your life.
You heard 3 shots, and then you heard like 10 more.
Police put that number closer to 30, finding dozens of bullets and 2 guns at this Kankakee home.
But it was just real horrible. It was horrible in there.
We spoke with witnesses who didn't want to be on camera, but they tell us they dropped to the ground when they heard multiple people shooting, only coming up when the gunfire stopped to help the victims.
When we finally got the chance to get out of there, it was just like people everywhere.
People was laying in the ground.
Police say they have a 19-year-old man in custody, held on a
See, 19 years old, threw his whole life away.
Separate Illinois Department of Corrections hold. They say that man was hiding in the backyard with a gun on him.
We had 3.
What do you think this is? GTA? The Warning Stars just gonna go away if you hide under a bush? These youngins.
Homicides last year, and we did get cooperation from our community. So we have, I feel positive that we'll get something, with that many people in the house, but sometimes it does take time. People don't want to come forward right away. Obviously they're, in fear of retribution and stuff like that.
Police have identified the victims as 2 brothers, 22-year-old Quayshawn Isom and 20-year-old Trevante Ellis. I talked with...
Dang, yeah, that's One Way Queso that they talking about. He a rapper, 22 years old, too young to be taken away. Rest in peace, man.
Their mother on the phone.
And his brother. And condolences to his mother and her family and everybody. Rest in peace.
She's driving up from Mississippi, starting the new year by mourning her 2 sons.
Put the guns down.
Put the guns down. Stop the violence. Look at the parents' face that y'all heard.
That got shot tonight. It's crazy.
All day.
I'm not gonna lie. I know we ain't putting the guns down. That's not gonna happen. So just stay out the way, because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. When you go out, you gotta be ready to go to jail for the rest of your life, kill somebody, or be killed. Those are the options pretty much every time. It don't always happen that way. Sometimes we come back home safely, but who want to risk that?
Day long, we have seen people stopping by this house, trying to collect their coats, their phones, things that they left behind in the chaos. From Kankakee, Sarah Maki, CBS News Chicago.
Good evening.
Dang. Yeah, man. That's why we be telling y'all, stay off of this drill music. This music is put out by the government to have us lost. Imagine if we had that many people in the house, all on the same frequency, all trying to overthrow something and start a revolution. We would be unstoppable. But because they already seen how much power Malcolm X had, the Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, depending on what side of the coin you wanted to see as far as the uprising of the people, anytime they get an uprising, shit, even with Bob Marley, they couldn't have him having all that power. Michael Jackson couldn't have him having all that power, so they tried to make it seem like if they don't get you up out of there, they're gonna make it seem like you crazy. So with these youngins, they're not even giving y'all a chance. They're not letting you get powerful at all. If you have any kind of militant mind, they're going to make sure they eradicate you. Matter of fact, they're going to make sure you eradicate yourself. If you don't do it, your homeboy going to do it, because backdooring is where it's at. I'm trying to tell you, y'all guys stay focused. keep your minds on the grind, because there's a lot of little youngins out here that's on demon time and they can't wait to bring you down. And it's always the good ones